Man, they've got to neutralize that big gun. They've got to neutralize it. If that bad guy knew what he was doing, he'd be blowing through walls right now. That is a bad place to be in a wooden structure with a gun that size. Take him out. I like the graphics of this one. Really good.
This op's too important to leave up to a bunch of frogmen.
Alright, my people. So the C-17 is known as the Cadillac out of the sky because the seats are actually designed when you have those big parachutes on to sit back and be comfortable for long flights. So, and having jumped out of a couple of them, they are really great. That massive back end when you jump out of it's pretty cool. They're great planes. I really like them. Kind of surprised nobody has goggles on, but okay. Oh, hell no. The deployment of parachutes like that from guys below, that would not happen. Not happen at all. Because there's easy, as you just saw, you could easily, the top guy go right through the parachute of the bottom guy. So, no. So, two things real quick. When the first guy had deployed his chute and the second guy was in free fall, he would have gone right past the guy that was having problems with the chute, because that's obviously a massive sail he just put out. He's going to slow down real quick. Second of all, you would never pull out, I mean, I'm going to say you never, but it is ill-advised to pull out an open blade like what he did to cut away like that. That's why you have hook knives on the chest strap of your gear, because when you start having an open blade, just start cutting stuff, bad things can happen with that. The hook knife is designed to be part protective cutting ability on that, so I would not. And I also noticed on the C-17 when they're going out, guys had thigh rigs on for their holsters. All that stuff would be packed up somewhere. You wouldn't have anything on your legs in case you needed absolutely, or in case something happened, you could ditch your chute. It would always be like in a gear bag somewhere. So, yeah, that's wrong. I hope those sunglasses are helping him see at night too. He's actually interesting. He said he was going to do a hop and pop, and a hop and pop is as soon as you jump out of the back of the plane, you deploy your chute. Those guys were in free fall for a bit, so that was no hop and pop. I like that they're using the terrain environment around them properly. Get behind him to disguise themselves.
Stay off the road.
Yes, stay off the road. Good. Good use. I like that. Able to creep up, get behind dead space. Unlike other games where we see people just walking down the middle of a road or middle of a field. Good. Combat reload. The speed at which they're moving I find interesting, because they're assuming nobody's looking at them. But if in real world, if you're thinking there could be lookouts, you go from dead space to dead space, bounding in between concealment each time. And if there's open spaces, you get across it as fast as you can, one by one, not just all four of you just running across. Good use of shadows, sticking to the side, good. Why did you switch to handgun? You had a proper weapon in order to do the job. Technically, if there was an open door versus a closed door, the open door should be secured first, then we go into the closed door. Ugh. Maintain your situational awareness. That's actually really good showing of why nods don't always work. Why do you have a handgun? Man, they've got to neutralize that big gun. They've got to neutralize it. If that bad guy knew what he was doing, he'd be blowing through walls right now. That is a bad place to be in a wooden structure with a gun that size. Take him out. If you had a grenade launcher, this would be a good time to use it. 203. That's a tough toss with a grenade at that distance from that elevation to try to take out such a precision target. I mean, take out the driver, take out the truck, make it a stationary target rather than a mobile target. Again, why do you have a pistol? So stupid. Good use of the corners, good use of concealment. Good. Handgun, so unless you're out of rounds on your primary weapon, which evidently is not, get rid of that secondary. Get rid of the pistol. It's dumb in an environment like this. So ridiculous. Find employment. Let's go. You can back up deeper in the house, get behind one of the pillars and still look through there and take that shot. Work on your angles. Good use of angles there in the door. Help buddy out. Alright, so if he was out of ammo in his M4 and he went to his secondary because he was completely bingo on that, proper use of that. But the going back and forth between them, he still has M4 ammo is ridiculous. But apparently because he's not picked up an AK style gun, then I buy that he went to the handgun and now he's finally back to a proper gun.
You got as many as you can.
They roll over the dude. This is a pretty well weaponed out robot. I mean, I would still, in manipulating this or controlling it, I would still use some tactics that you had, like as if you were a person, because all I gotta do is keep shooting at it. The mechanics is gonna break somehow with enough bullets in it. So just wandering around down the street or whatever without like taking cover, using concealment, I would still use it like as best I could as if it were a human. Get behind that cover. Good use of them flanking out across the back, pushing up together, working the angles as they cover ground. You got a fatal funnel right there, so try to outmaneuver them. Smart, good job using the dead space of the door, gaining distance across that bridge. And now you got to get inside and hold it. That wood's not going to last very long. Where's your team? You got to get inside that door. In the real world, those doors would be shot to pieces. Get inside, get behind some of that cover right there. Yes, good, finally. Especially when you have a vehicle hanging out, which is concealment, not cover. So why did you just give up the ground you just obtained? That was interesting. He made his way through, got up to the vehicle, then ran back out, which is giving up the ground that you just fought through to get. Why not? Why did you go back? Why didn't you just sit, position that, keep cover, and invite the team up to you at that point? Better be out of ammo. Why would you not pick up... Oh, that's interesting. Seeing humans on fire. Why would you not pick up the enemy's primary weapon like you did earlier, rather than run around with a handgun? Pick up the AK-103. Quit walking around with a handgun. You can see the bomb on his back at that point. Overall, not bad, just a couple of inconsistencies, but for gameplay, I get it, or for entertainment value, I get it. The way the tactics were used, the way that the people came up behind different objects for cover and concealment, use of dead space as they move through Star Wars, or the stormtroopers in the door, and they keep falling over each other, they keep getting shot and killed. You gotta get through that door eventually, fan out. Thanks for joining me as we dove into Medal of Honor Warfighter. This game has a particular special place in my heart simply because I was actually the Navy SEAL and the Polish ground fighter on the promo ad.